Isa ka bang stressed at depressed na OLA victim? O di kaya naman, ikaw ba ay biktima ng scam sa mga nanloloko online? Biktima ka ba ng unfair debt collection practices at harassments mula sa mga mapang-abusong loan sharks? Hindi mo na ba alam ang gagawin mo? Hindi kayo nag-iisa dahil nandito po ang FILFLAG para sa inyo. Ang FILFLAG po ay isang non-profit organization na lehitimong rehistrado sa SEC at kumpleto po sa mga legal permits na galing sa ating gobyerno. Bukod po sa pagtulong sa mga biktima ng harassments at debt shaming, ang aming pong organization ay nagsusulong na magkaroon ng fair lending practice dito sa ating bansa sa pamamagitan ng pagpapalaganap ng malawakang awareness mula sa mga programa ang aming ginagawa. Ang bawat verified member po ng FILFLAG ay may natatanggap na mga benepisyo mula sa aming organization katulad ng free virtual ID with free 2 weeks self-discovery life coaching with our chairman, Marty Doctolero, safe and secured private group chats na makakasigurado kayong safe na safe mula sa mga scammers at sa mga agents. Free counseling sessions para naman mapangalagaan ang inyong mga mental health. Mayroon din po kaming ini-issue ng mga free notice letters for your harassed personal or social media contacts, and meron din pong employer's notice letter para sa inyong kasalukuyan or previous employers na ginugulo. Nandyan din po ang barangay notice para sa mga harassments na ginagamit ang inyong mga barangay, at mayroon din po kaming free post removal notice kapag ikaw naman ay na-post sa social media groups, na i-comment sa mga pages at syempre sa buy and sell groups. Magkakaroon din po kayo ng access sa aming contact center services kung saan maaari po kayong mag-request ng aming personal na pagtawag, text, o email upang mapaliwanagan namin ang inyong mga harassed contacts. Nandito rin po ang cybersecurity services katulad ng mass reporting kung ikaw ay na-post ng agent, GC cleanup kapag ikaw naman ay nagawa ng group chat, at syempre ang social media monitoring para mabantayan kung ikaw ay na-post. Mayroon din po kaming direct contact kayo sa FILFLAG BODs para sa inyong mga OLA inquiries, legal advices, at financial advices syempre. Kasama din po ang free legal advice from our partner lawyers para sa inyong mga katanungang legal. Meron din po tayong employment program kung saan layunin po namin na tulungan ang mga walang trabaho o nawalan ng trabaho ng mga members upang sila ay makapag-umpisang bumangon muli. Maaari din po kayong mag-request na mag-avail ng medical assistance para sa inyong immediate family, pero syempre, requests are subject for approval by FILFLAG BODs. Kami rin po ay sumusuporta sa cancer patients, kaya mayroon din kaming cancer patient support program para sa lahat ng miyembro ng inyong pamilya para maka-request kayo ng medicines, treatment support, and syempre doctor referrals. May mga nilulunsad din po kaming free livelihood and mental health webinars na exclusive lamang sa aming mga verified members. At ang panghuli po, low membership fee na abot kaya para sa inyong lahat. Lahat po yan ng aking mga nabanggit ay exclusive benefits lamang ng pagiging isang verified advocate dito sa FILFLAG. Ang aming pong organization ay may membership fee dahil kami po ay isang non-profit, kaya ang inyong membership fee ay magsisilbing pondo upang ang ating organisasyon ay patuloy na makapag-operate at makapagpatuloy na tumulong hindi lamang sa mga OLA victims, pati na rin po sa mga nabiktima ng mga scams. Kaya po kung kayo ay interesado na maging isang verified advocate ng FILFLAG, mag-message lamang po kayo sa aming official Facebook page, o di kaya naman bisitahin nyo ang aming official website www.filflag.org para po kayo ay makasali sa aming advocacy. Dito po sa FILFLAG, hindi ka lang namin tutulungan sa OLA mo, tutulungan ka din namin unti-unting ayusin ang buhay mo. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta. Ako po si Miss A, your FILFLAG President, at hihintayin ko po kayo makasama sa aming mga verified GCs.
Hi!
Hello! Clear ba ako, Ma'am Marty? Mahina ba ang boses ko?
Okay lang, tama lang.
Okay, ayan. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat at syempre nagbabalik na po ulit ako sa pagla-live kami. After ilang cancel, sked. Pasensya na po kayo at ngayon lang po kami ulit nakapag-live. Ayan. Maraming salamat po sa mga naka-online ngayon at saka syempre pa-share muna kami ng live at para malaman ninyo yung ano natin ngayon, 'di ba? Yung kung sino yung nag-interview kay Ma'am Marty. Ay, bongga, sikat na si Ma'am Marty. Pa-autograph naman
Ganon.
din. Pa-autograph
Ganon.
naman diyan. Ayan, so
Sikat
eto
na
na nga.
agad.
Bumati ka muna Ma'am Marty bago ako mag-intro.
Okay, good evening sa lahat ng ating mga viewers, ating mga members, at sa lahat po. At eto lang, nagpasabi lang si Attorney Noy na pasensya po talaga at puro cancel siya at marami lang po siyang inaasikaso ngayon. Sa mga nag-antabay sa kanyang mga cancel na live stream.
Kung hindi si attorney magka-cancel, ako magka-cancel. Tapos mamaya si attorney magka-cancel. Ano naman 'yan? Hindi natutuloy si attorney.
Oo.
Ayan,
So, maganda ang topic natin ngayon at special yung
correct.
ating guest.
Ayan
Yun.
na nga, eto na nga, sasabihin ko na nga, maulitin ko na lang ulit. Magandang gabi po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers na yung mga nakamiss. May nakamiss ba? Charot. Ayan, welcome po sa isang special na episode ng Unflag, kung saan makakasama ng FILFLAG ang Vonas Media para pag-usapan ng social advocacy nila. Sa collaboration po na ito, ipapakita natin kung paano ang paggawa ng mga makabuluhang contents ay may kakayahang maghatid ng pagbabago sa ating community. O, taray, parang ako, 'di ba? Content creator din ako. Anyway, makibahagi po kayo sa aming live sa pamamagitan po ng pagtatanong o pagbibigay ng inyong mga opinion sa ating comment section at mamaya babasahin namin ang inyong mga tanong at kung ano yung mga pinagsasabi nyo. Okay, so Ma'am Marty, ikaw na po sa guest introduction.
Okay, tonight we are honored to have two exceptional guests from Vonas Media. Ayun. A creative production known for managing YouTube channel and events focused on local talents, storytelling, and collaboration. First, we have Mr. Gabriel. He's the creative producer of Bonus Media, whose vision and creativity drive much of the amazing content we see. Joining him is Mr. Reyner, the production head, who ensures the smooth execution of every project they are doing. And together they bring powerful talaga stories to life and are have to share they use the media to advocate for social change. Yun, maganda to.
Nakakaloka, English, nosebleed.
Oo nga.
Ay, ayan. So ito na nga, wag na natin patagalin. At papasukin na natin ating special guest for tonight, si Mr. Reyner at si Mr. Gabriel. Hello, guys!
Hello. Hi. Hey. Thanks for having us.
Good evening.
Hi,
Yan.
good evening to the two of you.
How are
Hi,
you?
Sir
How
Reyner.
are you nervous? Is this your first time joining a live stream or are you used to it?
Yeah,
Like,
for me, Gab here, he's been on like multiple live streams. But for me, I'm kind of new because I stay behind the camera.
mhm.
So this is my first time to be, actually on a live stream and actually in front of an interview. So
Okay, it's okay.
nerve.
Just be yourself. Hindi ako nangangagat. Kakaintindi ba siya ng Tagalog?
Oh, yeah. Well, Reyner
Sir
speaks Tagalog,
Reyner.
and I think
Nag-i-English?
I can understand. I can understand quite a bit. So if you speak in simple
Actually,
words,
I charge $2 every 25 minutes when I talk in English. Joke lang,
yeah.
Lee.
Sir
Ayan.
Reyner and Sir Gabriel, kindly greet your followers, your viewers sa YouTube. We might be having a few of them or most of them who have also watched your YouTube channel.
Yeah. I mean, we've been seeing the comment section, and it's fairly active. And we hope that they come up with exciting questions for us to answer.
Yes, Miss A?
Okay, we'll start the live stream now. The question and answer. In a way.
Yeah, go, go, go.
Yes, for our first question, you can answer both of you, huh? Okay, can you tell us about Vonas Media? Vonas Media's mission and how it aligns with your social advocacy.
Well, Bonus Media started a few years ago with the idea of becoming a media house. So I think the best way to think of it is like Vice that handles various, channels and topics, and that's something that Bonus aims to do here in the Philippines. So the goal is to be a place where creators come and create content with us with the resources that we can provide, not only from like actual tools, but also connecting them to brands, sponsorships, and let them organically grow their brand as well, or their channels, or whichever.
Mhm.
So we
Sir,
actually, for bonus media, we
Yes.
also have like right now we're running like I think 5 YouTube channels.
Oh,
Um, one of them is actually off the record, of which Coach
yeah.
Miss Marty, Mrs. Marty here was featured in. And then there's also Passions, which is like a film portrait documentary for like passionate individuals, where they kind of feature their craft on like what they do. Then we also have like Tatak, which features like local crafts and the local Filipino community. So it's like from start to finish how they make the products, that kind of thing. And
oh,
then there's Skyline,
nice.
which is like music performers, local artists here in the Philippines, in Metro Manila, and actually other places in the Philippines as well. And then there's also ATV, but we recently kind of like
Yeah, that was a show that I
yeah,
hosted, and that's what I'm used to being on
yeah.
live streams. But we stopped that for now because we want to focus on our other channels,
Mm.
and mainly that being off the record, which we featured you on. Yeah.
So those five channels, do you have separate admins or
No, we
for
do it
that?
all. We're
Oh
like a
my
small team
God!
of yeah. But I mean, right now we have to be honest, and we're focusing mainly on off the
Off the
record
record.
because that's the one that really is
Mm-hmm.
booming, and then we're trying to learn from how that works and adapt it eventually into the other channels. And and to be honest, off the record already takes quite a bit of time from our end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's quite the production, quite the process, and yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to add that Avonas always focuses on three main points, which is enlightenment, education, and entertainment. So the enlightenment for awareness, education to teach people, and I mean we're on media, so we have to entertain. So yeah, to make it a bit exciting, interesting for people to watch.
Mhm. Yes. Ma'am Marty, second question.
Yes, my second question is how did your recent collaboration with FILFLAG and Off the Record come about and what impact do you hope it will have?
Yeah. So the reason why we collaborated with Phil Flag is because in off the record we interviewed a lot of recovering gamblers. So these recovering gamblers, they actually when they talk about their experiences, some of them they would mention Ola
Oh,
a little bit. They would mention online lending apps. They would say, "Oh yeah, stay away from Ola. Don't try it. Never try it." Like they would mention it because I think at some point in their life they used it, but
mhm.
they would advocate for like not using it, and then we keep hearing about it, and then at some point we were like we were curious because I wasn't aware that there were other loaning apps aside from like let's say Shopee Pay or from Gcash, because those are like everyone uses them, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. But we kind of looked into it and we noticed that there were a lot of victims of of these online lending apps, and um, me and my girlfriend were actually I think my girlfriend was targeted once, like I think her mother loaned some of on some of these loan sharks, and then we just kind of got a random message. Oh yeah, you gotta pay this. You were a guarantor, blah blah blah. And then, but we weren't there for like signing anything or for that, she would take in the debt. But yeah, so we've been hearing about Ola for quite some time now, and curiosity got the best of it, and we want to feature you know people who can advocate about all that better. I mean, none better than you guys, of course.
Thank you so much for choosing FILFLAG to be part of your YouTube interview.
So, the person who messaged me, Miss Christine, is she your one of the team? Is she one of the team?
Oh,
Someone messaged me,
oh,
Christine,
yeah, she was an
Christine
intern
Joy
actually.
Monson.
Oh, I was like wondering.
Intern.
She was
Okay.
an intern.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
just to be sure, it's not that we dismiss it. Our interns are very hands-on
Yeah.
with the way that we set up our things. So everything that they do is because their own insight as well. So-
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I mean,
Was
so
she the
what
one who saw my video? Or you guys?
I think it was our other colleague Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one who
Okay.
focuses in the guest acquisition.
Yeah.
He was just here a while ago, and all we see him do is, he has a
Talk to
topics that fall under what we want to discuss, and he's just constantly having interviews, and it's actually kind of annoying because we try to work, and he's having interviews with
Yeah.
with very interesting people, and we're just like leaning back on our chairs trying to eavesdrop a little bit onto what they're talking about. So that's always so it's always like, "Ooh, okay, what did Brandon find now?" And it's really exciting, and it really falls in line into what we want to do, of course.
Okay. So it's my turn. Wait for my wait. I lost my question list. Okay, for our third question, in your opinion, how important is storytelling in advocating for change and raising awareness? Because you guys are storytellers. You feature people with stories to tell.
I
Inspiring
mean,
stories actually.
if you watched other off the record episodes, we really just try to let the speaker speak.
Yeah.
We do not want to push an agenda. We also do not necessarily want to promote any bad behavior or anything like that. We want the person to speak and share their experience. And what has happened from that is because it's so raw and so, raw, and then it's based on their experience, that it's actually the community that engages. So the commenters, the people who watch our content, and that's something that we want to actually keep on building. So the storytelling is really, it's actually like Coach Marty here and her partner and all the other guests. They're the ones who really are the storytellers.
Yeah.
We just give them the platform to do so.
We don't ask them to like do anything specific for us. Just tell your story. Let everyone hear it. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Like what Gab said, we just let them talk. And then sometimes I would ask questions because, if I'm curious about something, and then rest goes on from there.
Yeah. And it usually comes also from like the pre-interviews that people have.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you had one, Coach Marty, with Brandon, but there's some set of questions that we ask to just understand the topic a bit more ourselves. So there's like a certain direction, a purpose, a goal of the story itself as well. So, but again, we don't try to like sweeten the deal for the viewers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
We just
Actually, we had a Zoom before
yeah.
before
That's right.
the live interview. He explained to me what will be the story about and why you invited us. So that's it. That's why we said yes, go.
Yeah, no, we're really happy that you came on.
So the one that I'm talking to, the account bonus CMO, is it you or Brandon?
This is Brandon.
That's Brandon.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's Brandon.
Brandon, and
Okay.
I mean, every now and then I use it to message some people. You don't use
I
it.
don't use
No. And then of course we have like a team of interns as well who use it for other purposes, because we use that account also to like reach out for the other channels as well.
Okay. Marty?
Yeah. My fourth question is, what challenges have you encountered in managing a creative production company which is focusing on local talent and advocacy.
Well, so my role is to, simply said, is to generate revenue for the channels through sponsorship, passive income, active income. And I think that's one of the hardest things when it comes to topics of advocacy, and especially the way that we discuss our topics. So it's really just out there. I mean, we've spoken to sex workers, drug addicts, and all these things. So it's really hard to really pinpoint the correct organization or brand that would like to help us grow financially. But over the past few months, actually since the beginning of this year, the channel has grown so much that through the YouTube revenue streams that we're able to sustain the channel.
Yeah.
But from my end, that's what I face more, and I think that
Yeah.
Reyner faces other.
For me, it's a whole different ballgame because I'm more on the hands-on type of things. So for me, I encounter a lot of problems. Like for one, me and Brandon also always like gets into this. The guests, like getting guests that we can interview for off the record. Like that's definitely the hardest. Because without any guest, we can't really
Yeah.
post anything. We can't really raise any awareness. So that's like the biggest problem that we are encountering for off the record. And there are many other things for like let's say other shows, other production. You got to take care of logistics. You got to take care of the guests. How many are there? And then would someone cancel? Are they gonna come on time? Those are like the biggest challenges that we encounter when it comes to like in the production team. Because if someone comes in late, pretty much everything is delayed. Then it might even get canceled. So that's like one of the biggest challenges. But for off the record, if I'm speaking specifically for off the record, it's definitely the guests that we can interview, and then
Yes, it's really challenging because when you're looking for a guest, it's not that easy,
mm,
You would categorize the stories that would be on your YouTube channel, and you need to really look for a person that who needs to have
about the
about their experience, the sharing of our experience. So
I
it's really
also,
challenging.
yeah, I think the one of the biggest things is because we do have sometimes people who want to appear on the show,
yeah.
but it's their legitimacy as well is really important to us, that that we do not
Yes.
to just put on somebody just to put on somebody. you know so yeah, I think that's something that I know. Before Brandon is actually Reyner who looked for the guests as well, and he makes the same issues. For other show, I had to pre-interview quite a lot of people for another topic, another show that we discussed. So it was once the guests are there, then we feel more at ease, because then the external factors are done. Then it's really just on our end already.
Yeah. So congratulations, even though you have the challenging job, but still you have a lot of participants already that who have been interviewed in your channel, and it's really nice. It's really a really nice stories, and it really helps.
Yeah, I would
Miss
just
A.
like something because I think the
Okay.
video that we posted about Ola, did it have any like profound effect to FILFLAG? Just just out of curiosity, did it have any? Um,
Ma'am Marty, would you like to answer that to your bashers in the comment section?
Parang nakikinig ako ng podcast sa boses nila.
Hindi,
Wow!
hindi ako, Ma'am Marty. Tinatanong niya kung ano daw, meron daw bang effect sa atin yung pagkakaano ng episode. So, di ba yung mga bashers mo sa comment section?
Oh, that should,
Sinagot ko naman yon. Yung mga bashers, sinagot ko yon. I've answered their polite bash. I've answered their polite bash.
yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't watch that. Yeah.
I mean, there's still like way more positive comments, I think, than
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually something that we realized that I've been, because I look into the data quite a bit about our viewers and all these things, and there's like a big shift into a more community-based comment section or engagement rather than people just saying a one or two liner thing that contributes
Yeah.
nothing to the topic. So that's something that we aim to keep on growing in and be as engaged as possible.
Actually, yeah, actually for those negative comments, I really don't really entertain, because actually they don't know the real story of the people, the victims, the all the victims. They don't really know what they feel. So I'm quite a kind person that really don't, entertain this negative.
Yeah.
I just entertain the positive one.
In my mind, good thing I didn't do that interview. Maybe I'll be the one who will have so many bashers. Si Ma'am Martin,
I
buti
think
na lang yun.
I mean, if you have your own experience as well, you're more than happy. We're more than happy to commentate an episode with you. Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
my gosh.
Alexa is very sensitive person. She might be crying already
Yeah.
if she was the one who
Obsessed
got
in
the
the comment
interview.
section.
Okay,
She's very
so next,
sensitive.
yeah. I'm so iyakin. Okay, next question. Uh-huh. So you've said Brandon is basically he searched for guests, right? So, uh, for the two of you, how do you identify to the stories and talents that Brandon gets you to feature in your projects? How can you identify with them?
What do you,
Sorry, what do you mean?
what do you mean?
Okay. How can you identify the stories and talents you want to feature? I mean, do you feel what the person is telling with you? The wait, Ma'am Marty, eto na ako. Ako na po next. Mag-off lang po ako.
Actually, what Alexa is trying to say is, when you invite a particular person, since you have a free interview,
Mhm.
is that is the free interview to qualify, or to know if the person really qualified to have the interview, since you, as you mentioned, that you also base for the information, the real detail of the person to be interviewed.
So, um, we also there's a lot of ways for us to gather the topics that we want to discuss, and eventually, then Brandon is then tasked to look for them, and together with another colleague, they look for organizations that fall under that topic that we want to feature. The pre-interview really comes down to like their knowledge, their legitimacy, and if they're
Okay.
free to speak in front of camera.
Okay.
And that's mainly what it comes down to when it comes to the pre-interview. But what I realize also is the same with us featuring gamblers and talking about online lending apps. It opens like a whole new like niche topic to discuss, and that's how we came across you. And then same with the sex workers, and then we started thinking, okay, what is other kind of like physical work that is something similar, and then we had like what, exotic dancers, is that the way to say it? But you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it just kind of like grows and grows and grows, and there's so many actual like people are really interested in sharing their story.
Yeah.
And again, like we want to really give the space to everybody, but we also have to be kind of critical at a point to like, do we think that this topic is relevant? Does it fall under our under the message that we want to
For
give
your
them?
advocacy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And other yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My next question is, you could answer both. What role do you think media plays in empowering communities? Giving a voice like this. Since you are giving a voice, no, you're showing this to the people that who doesn't have experiences, the kind of story that the people that you invited.
I'll say my perspective on it first. I think what Off the Record does is it doesn't have an agenda. Of course, we're a YouTube channel that wants to grow, but the message, there's no agenda to it. We can let anybody speak. I mean, what we deem, of course, like worthy of appearing on the show, but we want to give like the space for people to share those stories because uh, before I started working on Vonas or on Off the Record, I wasn't really sure how Philippine organizations worked when it came to supporting certain people going through issues. And what I saw from Off the Record is that it's really there. And I think media would play a really big part if there was less bias and less, prejudgment or prejudice
Yes.
to what people actually want to share. Because I always, when I talk to brands, I always say it really builds quite a bit of empathy for the social culture, and sometimes the topics are, yes, a little hard to swallow, and it goes against a lot of people's personal beliefs. But it
Yeah.
doesn't. But it shouldn't take away the fact that this is like someone's life, or someone's life story.
Yes. And actually, what I observe in your channel is it really helps for awareness campaign, awareness to other people what other people had experienced, that they might think that it's just a story, but in reality it's not really happening. But in your case, having your channel, people would realize that it's real, it's in
Yes.
reality, it's not just a movie, it's not just a pelikula na pinapunood.
Yes, it
So
gives them a perspective that, of what's actually happening on this side of the curtain. So let's say the sex workers that we've talked about. It's not really like a topic that other media outlets would talk about so often.
yeah.
But whenever they see the story, whenever they hear the story of someone who works in that field, it kind of opens up their mind of, what's actually happening in the world, the gritty parts of, in our society. And I think that, that's one of the roles of, you know, media into, like, giving out voice to our community.
Yes, true. Because right now we need awareness for the what is really happening.
Yeah, because also, like, I've noticed in a lot of Filipino, like, vlogs or Filipino content, it's mostly like, just content that, you just turn off your head and you just listen and you just watch it to get a laugh. You just want to laugh, that kind of thing. And it's just a bunch of goofy things that they do. And but no one really wants to talk about the actual, what's actually happening in the country and what's actually happening in our society. They just, yeah.
Yes, I really agree with you. They just want to watch or see most of the YouTube channels, media. I see jokes campaign, joke videos, or anything that will make you laugh. But yeah, it makes you laugh, it makes you
Mm,
happy, but yours is different because you're telling the story of the individuals, and it really helps.
mm.
So next is, can you share any success stories where your content had a tangible impact on social issues or local communities?
Yeah, I think one of our success stories, I think it would be the gamblers, the former or the recovering gamblers, because when we posted those kinds of stories, a lot of people actually comment there, and they would tell about their own story of what happened to them. So I think, in a way, hearing someone online talk about their experience in gambling, it gives them some sense of comfort,
Yeah.
and actually, like, it makes them feel relief that they're not alone in the world, that there's also other people who's experienced these kinds of stuff. And just because by just by sharing their story, these recovering gamblers. And since we also like post the link of like how they can reach out for help, we've heard that they've also like reached, of course, they've also reached out for help to these groups that helps them to recover from gambling. So I think that's one of our success stories where, the actual community where there's a lot of people affected by this kind of stuff actually get some help to, be better. So I think that would be one of our success story in terms of, when we create content that people actually, get some help that they need.
Yes, yes. It's good because they have a community to help
Mhm.
each other. My next is, you could both answer this. How do you maintain balance between creativity and delivering meaningful advocacy-driven content?
For me, because for me, I just whenever I interview someone and off the record, I just kind of let my curiosity get the best of me. I don't really I don't really worry about creativity anymore. You know, I just want to ask what I think other people would want to know. So, just let the curiosity, get the best of me. So, I don't think I have that much to say about that.
See, I see like the creativity comes a little bit before when we create the setup, things that we've done before. Do they look better? What doesn't work? But now we've reached to that point where we're fairly content with the progress that our show is doing on Off the Record. That we're looking to expand on how to make it a bit more engaging when it comes to the storytelling. So you just have to keep an eye out because we have a few other projects with the Off the Record channel, such as the documentaries and all these things that we want to release. But
Nice.
at the end of the day, it comes down to like the storytelling again. Like I said, it comes from our audience. Of course, we choose the topics to what we think is most relatable and what we could perceive as something that a lot of people could really engage with.
Yes, true.
Yeah, so I think like 2 months ago, our background was black, and now it's gray. And I mean, that's it. Like that's how as creative as we can constantly get.
Yeah.
It's a very simple setup, but it's a setup that's working,
Yeah.
and it's a setup that has built the base for our other future projects,
Yeah.
for Off the Record and Bonus.
And I think it's a really good setup because when you see it, it's just it's so simple that you just want to listen to the story. You just want to listen to what this guest is gonna say. So,
Yeah. Really, really, really nice. Really nice. And hope your YouTube channel and all your projects will be, expand.
yeah, we hope
Go
so.
big. Go big. Okay. We I still have two last questions, and then we will go to the question answer from the viewers. My question is, what advice would you give to aspiring content creators who want to use your platform for social good, no?
Um,
For
well,
those people that who wants to be like you.
Oh, um, I mean, it really comes down to what you want to make. Off the Record was a project that, as employees of the company, was given to us, and we were given a lot of liberty to create it the way that we want to create it. And together with the team, we get to mold what it comes out to, which is now this. But then for other creators, I mean, it really comes down to the same concept of like, what do you want to do? And it's something that you are really interested in. Because a lot of people can create the content that Reyner says about, which is just joking around or reviewing, which is, in my opinion, is perfectly fine because I also indulge in that kind of content, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us do.
mhm.
But if you want to do content the way that we want to do, it was a really slow process. It's you have to break into like a certain algorithm, if I may say, of people that are actually wanting to watch this. And because it has not been accessible before, there are not a lot of other channels here that really take on topics that we do. It's not easily searchable, and we hope that it actually is turning around. So I think now we appear on recommended shows and all these things. So it really is growing the way it is. But for creators, it's really just think about the content you want to do the research into what other creators are doing, and think about like what impact do you want to make.
Yes. Nice. This is my last question before we go to our audience questions. What next for Vo Medias in terms of future projects, and how do you see your partnership with FILFLAG? If we will be helping each other.
Yeah. So for future projects, we've been working on making more documentaries about what's going on around the Philippines in our society and what's happening. Recently, we've been working on a gambling documentary. So just a little teaser there, but hopefully we can release it soon. So in the future, we would also have like a one-on-one talks. It's basically a show where, let's say, an old generation and then a new versus a new generation. So basically, they just sit right next to each other and they talk about their different experiences.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Think of like a super religious person talking with someone who's an atheist.
That's
and then,
nice. That's
yeah,
nice.
just to get two
I'll
polar
be
opposites.
expecting
Yeah.
that.
Sorry.
We will be expecting that.
Yeah. It's a really
That's nice.
interesting.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, for collaboration with FilFlag, I mean, I hope we can.
I mean,
More
bluntly said, it would be really interesting to put FilFlag next to a loan shark and then do a one-on-one talk like that. That out of the top of my head, like there's a lot of opportunities that we can do together with you.
Yes, you
Yeah.
may invite what do you call this? You can invite lending companies that we could talk to each other on your show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like we can do that. We can even like have more.
Let me know.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let me know.
Yeah. I hope it's still an amicable conversation. The point is again to really like share the awareness. I hope it
Yeah.
doesn't turn into like a
Yeah,
fist fight.
actually, that's a good idea because we could really FilFlag. Actually, we are balanced. No, we like that we like the people, the victims, to know their legal rights, and we also want to know that aside from the legal rights of the victims, they should also know the legal rights of the lending companies and what are not
Yeah.
beyond beyond all those things, because all of both parties has legal rights and all parties have reasons why they do this and do that. So I think that the best, when will that happen? Just let me know.
Yeah, I mean it's in development process right now. I think we're looking to start shooting our first few episodes, but it's not like the easiest thing to find opposites. I mean, the chances
know.
that a loan shark from one of these Olas
Yeah.
was willing to appear on camera
We
and
hope
talk
we would get
about,
someone.
like, yeah, because there's some
Actually,
ethical gray areas
yes,
that a lot of
yes,
people don't
yes.
want to appear on. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That will be a very what do you call this? A mission that you need to do.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, like we want to challenge the boundaries of what we can do, and I think we already have the expertise on how we can do it. It's just now executing it.
And just getting the right guest for it.
Yeah.
We actually achieved one of those, like I think I would say an impossible interviewee. Like about, I think, I don't know if you guys watched this, but we have this video of a pogo worker where she revealed the dark secrets of of
Yeah.
Pogo.
Yeah. I think I've watched the YouTube of that, but I haven't gone through the full story.
Mhm. Now we hope
Um.
that we would get an Ola agent.
Yes. Soon. I'll try to look, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
that would be
tell you.
great. Yeah, saves Brandon a lot of time.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Actually, there's a question here. One of our viewers. She's also one of our members, Mom Sia. Can you feature on one Ola victims? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
I
definitely
think
can.
Brandon already invited me to look for one of our members to be one of your next guests.
Yeah.
And actually, I have already one. I just forgot to advise Brandon about that. So the next question is they're very excited. No, the comment here is they are excited to have that one-on-one interview with, what do you call this, loan shark, and
Mhm.
together
Yeah.
with FILFLAG.
Uh, now
That's
that
their comment.
idea, now it has to be made
That's
into
their comment.
reality.
uh
We hope that we can do it. It's not the easiest thing again to like find the appropriate
yeah,
guests,
I
but
do understand.
it is
Sabi
there.
nila
So
dito, very good idea daw. Very good idea daw. Sana daw matuloy. And then they also have this one. Hope you can make documentaries, stories about all the victims. Well, I think you're doing it right now.
yeah, we're slowly working. I think the more we get to feature
Ola.
all the people we can, um,
The more we can build the
yeah, the more we can
documentary.
understand it, the better we can make a how do you say it, objective documentary as possible.
Okay, here's a question again, Kathleen. Can you interview all the victims if they are paid to those Ola or not? And if what makes a good victim for them in a situation right now?
Uh, you interview all the victims if they're. Yeah, I mean like we said, we want to feature the story of all the victim, whether be whether they are still paying for it or not. We'd be open to it.
Because so it doesn't necessarily have to just be directly connected to Ola. I mean,
Mhm.
their story can have a part of it,
Yeah,
like the same with these gamblers that they had to
they're now
resort, to online lending apps. But not every gambler resorts to online
yeah.
lending apps, for example.
Yeah.
It really is about, it doesn't have to be like the main theme, but it can like have like a big impact or like an effect on the story. Yeah.
Okay, my last two questions is what kind of stories community features can you share one of the most unforgettable? Actually, nasagot na to ni Sir kanina.
Oh, yeah. There's
Pero
actually one more question. One more
yeah,
unforgettable. If I can share this. Before we
yes.
worked in the studio, it was Reyner and I
Oh,
who would go on the road,
I think I know what you're
and
gonna
we would go
say.
to different topics. And one of the topics was a faith healer that
Oh
was in
yeah,
Makati.
yeah.
Yeah, but this was at their place, and it was in Makati in, I don't know, one of the neighborhoods there.
Yeah.
And we actually filmed a live ritual of what faith healers do.
Mm.
And I thought that was one of the most
Yeah,
remarkable things I've ever seen.
definitely.
Even Reyner was even called to be part of the ritual, and
Oh,
it was, I think that was one of the most memorable experiences
Yeah.
to have
nice.
witnessed.
It,
It
it
was
was a really strange day because apparently they found the Diwata was following me or something. But yeah,
yeah,
it was a really strange
Following
day.
you? Following you?
yeah.
Yeah,
How
so
did you?
someone wants to take me, a Diwata wants to take me because
Ala, lagot ka.
apparently she fell in love or something.
It was very intense, and
Yeah.
especially I don't speak Tagalog very well. I can understand some things, but so every time I ask something, they would explain to me. I'm like, what? And then it's pretty remarkable. Yeah,
It's really, yeah, I still remember that.
yeah, that was good.
So, dapat meron ka ng anting-anting to protect
He
you from the
actually,
Diwata.
yeah, he actually gave me one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
still have it in my car
Yeah.
actually. The bracelet.
Yeah.
It's in this car. So nothing
that's
has ever
good.
happened to me in the car. So
Just,
it
That's it
works.
working.
Yeah.
just keep it.
Yeah. But again, just really briefly, just to like share one more time, like what kind of stories. Again, it's personal stories through controversial and taboo topics. If I can make it like that, say it like that. Extremely sit is like topics that people, general public, do not care about because it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
bring happiness or it doesn't bring good news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's topics that these are people amongst our society. These are their way of making memes. These are the stories that they've encountered, and again, as unfiltered as possible, we try to share those stories. Yeah.
Yes, actually nga po, for our viewers, pwede nyo, you could be part of one of their guests if you want. Just let us know. You could tell your story, how you begin, and why you have, been broke. So, kung ano yung kwento nyo, and why you decided to have this Ola, you could have your own story. Kasi I do believe each one of us has our own story in life.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but
So,
just to a disclaimer, like we cannot accept every single story on our
yes, yes.
episode. Yeah? Like we have to kind of think, okay, well, what is the narrative? Because again, a more important thing is like also building our community and uh, being as impactful as we can.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
Yun. So, yes, thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for being part of our live tonight, and I hope we will have more collaborations together, and soon, soon again. And please kindly invite your YouTube shows, your schedule of live and everything to our viewers.
Yeah, they're linked in the comments and everything, descriptions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could
you're in our
also
video.
share. Yes, we will share your link, your Facebook link, your YouTube
Yeah,
link after
I think
this,
let
so
the
they can.
share your story, and I mean for the viewers that we've had there, I think that when they look in the description, they come across all as well. And I think anytime that we collaborate together with FilFlag, that we can direct
Yes.
them to your advocacy. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank
absolutely.
you so much, Sir
Thank you
Gabriel
Thank
and
guys.
you.
Yeah,
Sir Reyner. Thank
Happy
you
to
so
be here.
much, and God bless.
right. Thanks, and
Thank
to everybody
you.
watching. Thank you. Close the stream.
Di pa ata na out ni Alexa.
No.
Parang ayaw kayong paalisin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much po sa lahat ng mga viewers. Sana po marami po kayong natutunan o nalalaman about our guest tonight, and kung gusto po ninyong panoorin ang kanilang YouTube channel, pwede po kayong pumunta doon at panoorin yung mga stories ng mga iba't ibang um, mga experience na mga kwento ng buhay ng tao. And thank you so much for watching again. Bihira lang kaming nandito at pagpasensyahan na po ninyo. Sa ating mga members at sa mga viewers, maraming salamat. we wish you to join our group. Kung sino man po ang gustong mag-join sa FILFLAG, punta lang po kayo sa link natin sa FILFLAG, sa page natin, at pwede din kayong magpunta sa page natin. Thank you so much, and good night sa inyong lahat po. And Miss A, meron po ba kayong mensahe o nawala na po kayo? Thank you so much. Good night.